Hawkeye, and welcome to a new style of review on the Great Builds YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very quick review that people might find easier to get through for this set here, and then the second part we're going to see how this set fares when I actually put it in the city, since that's the reason I bought this set in the first place. Now, this is the LEGO City Interstellar Starship, which retails for $20 in the US, and is probably one of the coolest LEGO sets in their new rebrand of Classic Space that they've done as of late. This particular set features newer pieces and newer colors compared to the older Classic Space stuff, but this still features that futuristic design that kind of reminds you of Classic Space and has similar color schemes using the black and white all over it. Now, we're going to take a look at some of the features real quick, and then we'll take a look at the minifigure, and then I'll talk about my overall thoughts as I showcase it in my city. Now, first let's take this cockpit piece and lift it up here, and this is important because there's enough room for one minifigure in this ship, which is great that you can put a minifigure in there, but he has to lay back so he can't really reach the consoles. It's not a downside, though. It's just something that probably could have been improved with some extra pieces. You could probably modify it to work, but for now I think that's a great addition. And it's under this new cockpit piece, which is used in the translucent black, not the translucent dark brown that it used to be called, but this is an actual translucent black that features a more bluish tint to it, so it closes up nicely. Now, moving around over here, we can see that towards the back there's this power cell and this area back here. Normally, you would think that there's probably some sort of feature because it seems kind of obvious, but the feature that it gives you here is pretty insane. Now, if I push down on this, it makes the engine in the back split apart and create a more sci-fi looking engine, revealing all of the translucent orange pieces representing how the energy is coming out of the back. Now, you can easily also fold this up with your hands. It's really easy to do. And if you want to stabilize your flight, there's also flaps here that can be lifted up and down. I usually keep them down because it looks more aerodynamic that way. Now, all the pieces in this set are prints, but the other thing to consider is that it uses pieces to create a very pointy front. Now, this is not like anything that they did in Classic Space back in the day, but I think this adds to the shape of this spaceship, and it was actually the sole reason why I wanted to pick up this spaceship in the first place, was because of the interesting scheme of point in the front. Now, this set also features a little bit of sand blue on the wings and some gold, but it features a few pieces in this new dark orange color, which is not the burnt orange color that we're used to from before, but this is a brand new color, and you get a roller coaster track, some hinges. I think it's a great color overall, and they featured multiple pieces in this new color throughout LEGO City sets, but this is a great entry point if you want to see what that color looks like in person yourself. Now, moving over to the minifigure for this set, because it ties into the little side build, it might be a little bit difficult to get the figure out sometimes, but for me it's fairly easy because of the way the ship is positioned. Now, this minifigure is interesting because it uses dark blue and white as its main color scheme here, and the minifigure's face can be revealed by taking off that helmet. No hairpiece sadly in this set, but you can see this minifigure has a unique face print featuring a bit of a constellation. It's like a tattoo. I think this is a pretty unique idea, and it's always nice to get a new figure for your sets here. Additionally, you can see that there's this little side build here to talk about, and that's just like a simple glider pack that's powered by an energy crystal on the back with this cool print of a power cell on the back. Now, you can literally just take this and plop it onto the minifigure, and now your minifigure has a jetpack. It's pretty cool. It's a little bulky. You can't have the jetpack on when you're inside of the ship yourself with this minifigure, but I think it's a pretty cool minifigure overall, and this is probably one of the best sets from LEGO City for this year. Now, let's move on over to the LEGO City, where I will showcase what this can do in the context of the LEGO City and give my overall thoughts on this set. Alright, here's how this looks when it's actually inside the LEGO City. I have it placed onto the actual spaceship rocket that comes from the LEGO City Space Command Center, which I really enjoyed as a set, and I've modified to fit in the city as shown in previous videos. Now, the reason I was looking for a set like this was because the previous spaceship I used really didn't work. It was from the LEGO City Adventures kits, and it really didn't look like it fit And I was waiting for a more sci-fi build to put here, considering I wanted to make this city feel a little bit more futuristic than it is now in the future, and this is a good step in that direction. I think that the color scheme here matches the rocket pretty well and the rest of the space area pretty well, and it still connects to the rocket and can be detached just fine. Now, as for my overall thoughts on this set, I think this is probably one of the best LEGO City sets you can possibly pick up this time. It has some great building techniques, great colors, great new pieces, great recolors of new pieces, great play feature, a good minifigure, and best of all, it's probably the best set in terms of price per part ratio that I've seen in a while. So this is a very good spaceship set, and if you see it in stores, feel free to pick it up. It's definitely worth it, and you won't regret the purchase. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.